7.9. Okay, very nice. If there is any extra point, we'll discuss that. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead reading. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Okay, Srimad Bhagavad Gita 7.9. Punyo Gandha Prativyam cha tejaschasmi vibhavashu Jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. Translation: I am the original fragrance of the earth. I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives. And I am the penance of all ascetics. Wow. Okay. We may have one or two important points to discuss anyway. Somebody start reading.
Punya means that which is not decomposed. Punya is original. Everything in the material world has a certain flavor or fragrance. As the flavor and fragrance in a flower, or in earth, water, in fire, in air, etc. The uncontaminated flavor, the original flavor, which permits everything, is Krishna. Similarly, everything has a particular original taste, and this taste can be changed by the mixture of chemicals. So everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. Vibha Vasu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories, we cannot cook, etc. And that fire is Krishna. The heat in the fire is Krishna. According to Vedic medicine, indigestion is due to a low temperature in the belly. So, even for digestion, fire is needed. In Krishna consciousness, we become aware that earth, water, fire, air, and every active principle, all chemicals, and all material elements are due to Krishna. The duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So, Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Oh, wow. This is a very, very important topic to discuss. Many people are about organic farming, taking up chanting of Hare Krishna and ending up in the organic farming instead of cultivating people in the world who are getting really drowned into the ocean of material existence. That's what I used to say, that instead of you are a good devotee, you have become, with great difficulty, you have come into chanting 16 rounds and then you have initiated and everything. So instead of you leaving preaching or reading all these books and serving the deities or involving in devotional activities, you go into farming. Instead of that, go and cultivate a farmer. The farmer already has a farmland. Why can't you cultivate a farmer instead of you dropping everything like that? Sometimes the aim is we are diverted from the focus what we are up to. So very, very nice verse in which Prabhupada is giving a nice purport. Without a guru, it is very, very difficult to feel it here. How Prabhupada is guiding us so nicely. So Krishna is the original fragrance of the earth. So we all want it to be original. So we have to say that, is it organic or is there chemical mixed with it? Because we all actually are looking for Krishna. Because original fragrance of the earth, not mixed with anything. Now the question comes, what it will be mixed with? It may be mixed with chemical. Now the question is, whom does the chemical belongs to? My uncle or your uncle? Or does it belong to Maya? Everything belongs to Krishna. The chemical also belongs to Krishna only. The original fragrance of the earth is very, very pleasing and soothing. That doesn't mean the chemical which is also produced out of the mixture of some portion of earth, that is also belongs to Krishna only. Nobody else is the owner of chemical. Oh, Krishna is only the owner of cows. Okay. Who's the owner of the person? Like, for example, a lion is killing a cow, or the lion is killing a deer. Who the lion's owner is? Only the deer will be protected by Krishna, or lion will also be protected by Krishna. So the Jivo Jivasya Jivanam, nobody can save nobody. This Narada Muni is preaching in Bhagavatam. He says that nobody can save nobody because for one living entity, another living entity is the food. This is in Srimad Bhagavatam when Dhritarashtra, he is leaving the palace, and Yudhishthira Maharaj is very sad because he actually, Yudhishthira Maharaj, you want to know what happened after Mahabharata war, the Bhagavatam starts from there. After Mahabharata war, that is where it starts, Bhagavatam. So there, the Panchapandavas, the Yudhishthira Maharaj, he never took the kingship. He left it to the Dhritarashtra only. Dhritarashtra only was the king. He never took up the position of a king. Very, very magnanimous, very well brought up kids. They are all very nice devotees. So they didn't fight for the purpose of taking the kingdom. But Vidura will come and he'll give some good, sharp advice to Dhritarashtra and awaken him and just make him get out of the house to go to meditation and other things. Of course, he will do impersonal meditation and he'll get yoga and meditation he will do. So then he'll be gone. So when he's gone, the Panchapandavas will search for him. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj will lament and he will send people, he want to send people to go and search for his uncle and bring back the uncle Dhritarashtra back to be a king. So that time Narada Muni enters there and asks Yudhishthira not to search for his uncle because already Vidura has taken him away from home and it's enough of his whatever ruling. Now Yudhishthira has to take care, and then Parikshit Maharaj will already be in the womb and he'll be born at that time. So all these things happen. So that time Narada Muni gives a very, very nice advice. Beautiful verses in which he is telling that one living entity is dependent on another living entity for food. So for two-legged, there is four-legged will eat the two-legged. Like this, the insects, it will be eaten by some other, like we take lizard, it will eat small insects. Then the bigger one will eat the smaller one. In this way, the cat will eat the rat. In this way, there is the entire cycle is like this. So nobody can save nobody. They say, no, save the earth. One man, he was a big yogi, famous yogi. Okay, he cracks jokes and just a iconic figure. This man said that he wanted to show to the world that I will save the earth. I want to send a message. Okay, what are you doing for it? He's having a small ashram. He's having some greeneries and trees. Already the trees were there. He was in a forest area. And then he took some bike and he started traveling all over the world in different places in Gulf and all that. He's a quite old man, but he does yoga. So his health system was all right because he was sitting in a clean and green environment, breathing around. But this time he wanted to capture people all over the world, some sheikh and things like that, and outside India. So he took a bike ride, a bullet. So he went into desert and all. So he's generally a breathing man. His breathing system is good. It was good air which was going. But what happened? The sand and all went inside. So he was returning back by a ship. He wanted to this is a stunt. These are all called publicity stunt. So they're all behind publicity, that image consultants they have, then to what kind of attire they need to wear, how they need to speak, how they need to present before digital media. Everything is a drama. There's no originality. Of course, there is a little bit originality down below because of which there are followers, but still majority is actually the publicity stunt. And his mission was, it was written, save the earth, save the earth. So he was going in the bike, and what happened? All the sand went inside his system. Then he had a great breathing trouble. The world showed that, the earth showed that you cannot save me. Varahadev can save. Varaha Bhagavan ki jai. He is Supreme Personality of God can save earth. What this small fellow going in the bike saving the earth? Just sending a message, save earth. It's so foolishness. And she showed who actually is dependent on whom. She showed that the same earth went inside a system and showed that now who will save you? So the nature questions back. The nature is nobody but the earth, the Bhuma Devi, the mother earth. Every demigod, there is not a demigod, a preceding deity for the planet. Sun has a sun god, Surya Dev. In this Aditya, there are 12 Adityas, like that. So, nobody can actually save nobody. So we are talking here about the chemicals which are created also by Krishna. So I want to narrate a very, very nice pastime from Guru Maharaj class that during the Chaitanya Leela it was there. But let us hear first from Prabhupada. So punya means that which is not decomposed. So here the word punya is used. Punya is also, you can say, clean and pure, original. So very nice. Punya is original. Everything in the material world has a certain flavor or fragrance. The original fragrance is that for every single thing. So this uncontaminated flavor, this is Krishna's telling that this is me, like that. So people can mix and match, but originality, there is something is there, element, the very element. So that one. Similarly, and not a compound, you would have said, if the elements mix, then it is compound. So similarly, everything has a original taste. The taste can change by the mixture of chemicals. So everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. So Vibhavashu means fire. Fire without fire, we cannot run the factories, we cannot cook. Fire, this fire is also Krishna. The heat is fire is Krishna. So according to Vedic medicine, indigestion is low to low temperature. So even for digestion, fire is needed. So in Krishna conscious, we became aware of that earth, water, fire are every active principle, all chemicals and all material elements are due to Krishna. See, when you mix elements, it considered compound. Then the people may say that I created it. So Prabhupada asked, where did the raw material come from? This is a beautiful point for us to do the outreach preaching, where if when somebody is telling that, yeah, man will create a rocket. Okay, fine. You cannot create anything. Any damn thing. Why? Because the ingredient for that creation is already taken from this world. So you didn't create the world. You want some aluminum, you want some plastic, you want some silicon, you want whatever. Whatever you're going to take is going to take from here, and already it is created and put over there in the elementary form. The elements are already there. You're just combining them into a compound and you're saying that I created it. So, but in Krishna consciousness, we became aware that. So one time they said that Prabhupada, they are no more this. They are going to become like God, the Americans. Why? Because the American boys and girls, they came. Then Prabhupada in the morning walk, and Prabhupada said, why? What is the speciality? No, now water, they will create water. They know how to create water. No need that element water itself they'll create. So no need of already Krishna has created rivers, ponds, and all we are telling. No, create. Then Prabhupada said, how? And they will mix hydrogen and they'll mix H2O, 2 portion hydrogen and 1 portion oxygen. Then I don't know how it is, H2O. They'll combine and they will make water. Then, so they are the creator of water. Then Prabhupada said, who is the creator of hydrogen and oxygen? He'll directly go to the root. Then, so here Prabhupada is mentioning even this chemical, every active principle, all chemicals, all material elements are due to Krishna only. Krishna is only creating. And see here, now this is the main point. Now we say that, oh, originality will not kill you. But when, okay, I'm eating only organic food, only pure cow milk, will I live forever or will I die someday? I'll anyway die someday. Only I may prolong my life, trying to prolong. So the duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake ke. If Krishna wants to kill, who can protect? And Krishna wants to protect, who can kill? No chemical can kill. Nothing can. If Krishna wants the person to hold the life within the body, Krishna is thinking, then the man will hold the life within the body. And Krishna thinks that the person may be very healthy, but that person has to finish, he has to die, and he'll die. So the organic farming or chemicals, this doesn't matter. Like Prahlad Maharaj was living in the kingdom of Hiranyakashipu. Every single person was an Ashura. What food he would have got? Whatever vegetarian food he got, he offered. It may be in pizza, pasta, who knows what it is. Everything he was offering. And then taking, because his guru advised him. The womb, guru took over and gave him the advice of how to live. So the overall idea here, there is a very nice last time when Lord Chaitanya was coming from, he has taken sannyas. After that, he was traveling towards Puri by walking. They never had anything. With empty-handed, that 6-7 devotees. Nothing, no money. Even in toll, they will stop and ask for money. The Muslims were ruling India, most of the portion, especially Bengal. And they were stopping and asking money. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, simply by seeing him, very cruel people also, they just heart melted to them. They said, you go, Swamiji, you go. Like that, they allowed him to go without anything. They were traveling. They entered Orissa. After that, also, they were begging. Every day they go to the nearby village, beg something, come and cook and eat like that. So Lord Chaitanya also goes. So that time, Lord Chaitanya is having beautiful dialogues. During this travel, whatever dialogues happened, amazing. Lord Chaitanya speak directly that if Krishna wants to provide, somebody is there in the forest where nothing is there, he is totally locked up. There also Krishna can send food. And if Krishna decides a person should not eat, he may be a Rajakumara, he may be a son, a prince in a big palace where Rajbhog is prepared, and he may be a son of the king. Still, he will have some disease or something, he won't be able to eat. Somehow, Krishna decides not, he should not eat, he won't eat. And a person who is totally without any resource, he will still get food. The Krishna will send. And similarly, the continuation verses are there, in which very nice verse, which is one of my favorite, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, in the mood of Radharani, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, very nice dialogue, that if there is a food, the food when a person is eating, whether it becomes a amrita or it becomes a poison, is on the hand of Krishna. If Krishna thinks amrita can become poison, and if Krishna thinks poison can become amrita. So whatever we are getting in the market, which is falling within the principles of our Krishna consciousness, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no coffee, tea, onion, garlic, like this, we have norms to be set. And within that norms, we just take and we offer according to our own cultural background. We cook, right? We don't all of us cook in a particular way. It differs from person to person based on the culture and background and their practices from very beginning of life. They are trained into some culture, and there some cooking is there that is more easy for them, and whatever they do, Krishna can accept it, and if it is offered through Acharya Parampara, and then he returns back the prasadam. And when you eat that, you just Krishna will say Anna Amrita Pavo. Amrita means nectar. So Krishna's saliva is there. With that consciousness, we eat. We are not thinking this is poison. One time I was eating prasadam somewhere. One devotee is so very health conscious. He's from Western India. He's very closely related to me. He came running and saying, "You're eating poison. You're eating poison." I said, "I'm eating prasadam." "No, it's so much oil. See here. See here." He showed that pakoda was there. And it's a Mahaprasadam which has come from the Lord. Lord can digest. Yes, I'm not eating 100 pakoda. They have served only one small pakoda in one corner. See this oil. This is the poison. I said, "No, this is Amrita." That time I didn't have this because Guru Maharaj combined all the 6 books. This sloka came in Chaitanya Bhagavata. So in other books it is not there. But Now I know the answer. Yes, here directly, the mood of Srimati Radharani Krishna is coming. We should understand very, very clearly the dialogues of Lord Chaitanya. How many of us want to practice Krishna consciousness along with the Srimati Radharani? Almost all of us. Not simply by calling Radhe Radhe, you can become. No, not possible. Not possible. By calling Hare Krishna Mantra, you can possible. So Gauranga is in the Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. We should understand. So she is telling the concept that if Krishna thinks he can make a poison into Amrita, and if Krishna thinks he can make an Amrita into a poison. So people, they bring up cow protection only for them to drink cow milk. The great desire that I will drink pure cow milk and I will maintain this body for healthy in a long duration. Whether it is for service for Krishna or for whatever it is, when the milk is milked or when the milk is brought from wherever it is not meant for Krishna, it is for the individual person or his family or his kid. My kid will have sharp intelligence, my kid will have healthy body. So overall it is for his kid, it is not for Krishna deity at home. Krishna deity is just used like a ATM machine where it can be put there and taken out. No. So it has to be for Krishna. So Krishna can turn something which we think as very pure, organic. A person who is very, very fit and young may die early. A person may be old but completely dedicated, and Krishna wants him to stay for some purpose. Then, like Guru Maharaj, you see his bodily condition. Still, his life is still there, and Krishna is not letting it go. The body is totally condemned. It cannot go further. Anybody else in this condition will not be living. But still, Krishna, Krishna wants the Guru Maharaj to be there. So this is the way we should see that when I offer, whatever we get in market, we are getting it, but we should be very, very careful. It is not meat or gambling, meat or meat eating or any related to meat or fish or egg, or we should be very, very careful about it. Otherwise, you offer everything. Some people say that no, chili is Rajoguna. You cannot offer so much chili. You should offer Sattva food, and you became like a vegetable. You eat without salt and masala, and then you become like a vegetable. No, Krishna can digest everything. So, according to your basic cultural background, you just cook the regular food. You cook the food which is regular for you. From childhood, you know what your mother cooked for you. Just cook it in the similar way and offer it to Krishna, and then take it. What you know, you do. Don't try to become something unnatural. Just be natural. The more natural you are, you can follow it till death. So here, the duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his or diminish. Prolong the life or diminish it. But that is the grace of Krishna. So Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere, it is active. So not just only in these elements, is there in every element. And even in the compounds. The compound is able to mix with each other is because elements are able to mix with each other because Krishna's entered into that atom and letting it change the dharma. For example, water generally is cool. But if you heat the water starts boiling. Then the heat enters into the water. So this mixing of heat and the watery content and the coolness of the water is allowed by Krishna. So that is why it's there. Okay, next, 7.10. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vitti partha sanatanam buddhir buddhi matamasmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Translation, O son of Pruta, know that I am the original seed of all existence, the intelligence of the intelligent and the prowess of all powerful men. Generally, we glorify people, get attracted to people because they have some opulence. But here we can see that actually he is only power of the powerful men, he is the intelligent of intelligent men, and the original seed of all existence. Anything, the basics, if you search for the seed, the beginning, seed is nothing but the beginning. So that is only Krishna. Without him, it is not. Bijam. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam. Very, very, this also Prabhupada quotes in many, many places, even in Bhagavatam. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam. So Krishna is the seed, original seed of all existence. Okay. Kindly read this purport.
Bijam means seed. Krishna is the seed of everything. There are various living entities, movable and inert. Birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities. Trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move, but only stand. Every entity is contained within the scope of 8 lakh, uh, 8.4 lakh species of life. Some of them, sorry, 84 lakh species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. In all cases, however, the seed of their life is Krishna, as stated in Vedic literature. Brahman, or supreme absolute truth, is that form which everything is emanating. Krishna is Parabrahman, the supreme spirit. Brahman is impersonal and Parabrahman is personal. Impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect that is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, originally Krishna is the source of everything. He is a root. As a root of a tree maintains a whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. This is also confirmed in Vedic literature, Katha Upanishad. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bhutanam Yo Vidadhati Kaman. He is the prime eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities, and he alone is maintaining all life. One cannot do anything without intelligence, and Krishna also says that he is the root of he is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Tat Sat. Very nice. See here, Krishna is the seed, okay? Now there are two things we know that the living entities, movable and inert. There are various living entities, okay? Some are movable, some are inert, like tree and all, they are not moving. And we have birds, beasts, men, many other living species, moving living entities, trees, plants. However, are inert, they cannot move but only stand, like plants and trees. These are all inert. Stavara Jangama. We use the word Stavara and Jangama. Stavara means it's a living entity, but it is situated in a particular place. It doesn't have the ability to move. Stavara. Jangama. Jangama generally means movement. So the moving living entity, non-moving living entity are there. So we should not misunderstand the tree doesn't have a life or something like that. The tree also has a life. Plant has a life. Grass has a life. Is a spirit soul, but actually it has got a body which is just rooted within a particular place. But other living entity like birds, they can fly, and the animals, they can walk or run, like human beings, like all these species are there. So every entity is contained within the scope of 84 lakhs of species of life. This is in Vishnu Purana. Very nice description of the division is given. Later in some places we'll come across. Jalajanava Lakshani Stavara Lakshavamsati. Like there is a counting given how many lakshas. So 4 lakh varieties of human species are there. 4 lakh. We are only like Manushyas. We are from Manu. Other than that, we have Milecha, Yobana, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Deva, Asura. Like this, many species are there. Like in dogs, if you see that Pomeranian, Alsatian, like this, Doberman, like that. There are, but all are dogs. Same way that the species, within a particular species, there may be many varieties. So same way among that 4 lakh human varieties are Devas, Siddha, Charana, Asuras, Rakshasas, Kinnara, Kimpurusha. Many species, many human varieties are there. We are one of the variety. If you see Chinese and all, they are very different. They are called Kashas. Kasha. And Kashadaya. Another name is Kashadaya. Some place they are mentioned Kashas. And if you go into Greek and all, they're different. And Milechas are there. And if you Arabians, they are called Yavanas, like this. Kala Yavana. He came to attack Krishna. Yavana. So this Yavan. Like there's many species. They are all variety of species, and each of them, the population is there. Under you take one like Alsatian, there are many dogs, Alsatian dogs. Same way, if you take one species of human variety, in the 4 lakh variety, populations are there. See, some of them are moving, some of them are inert in that 84 lakh species. In all cases, however, the seed of life is Krishna. Sometimes we may misunderstand. Okay, seed is Krishna is talking only about the trees and plants. No, that is why here very clearly stated, whether you're moving, not moving, all of them, the seed, the beginning. So, okay, I came from, even bodily, I came from my father came from his father, and father's. I came from my mother, but the bijam is given by my father only. That semen only manifested, right, into my body. So then my father's, who's the beginning? So I go till Brahma. And then who is the creator of Brahma? Then I go to Garbhodraya Sai Vishnu. Then who is the creator of Garbhodraya Sai Vishnu? Mahavishnu. Who is the creator of Mahavishnu? Then Narayana. Who is the creator of Narayana? The Chaturvyuga. Then Vasudeva. Then in the Chaturvyuga comes from another Narayana. Then that Narayana comes from another Chaturvyuga. And that Chaturvyuga comes from Balarama. And then from Balarama comes from Krishna. So in this way, we'll end up in Krishna. So as stated in the Vedic literature, Brahman, the supreme, and from Krishna's body comes an effulgence, that Brahman. So this Brahman is the effulgence which is all pervading, everywhere penetrated. So there's no place Krishna's effulgence is not there, everywhere penetrated. Only this material sky is kept dark from this area, from the Brahman. Otherwise, it's complete spiritual sky is Brahman only. So Brahman, of the supreme absolute truth, is from which everything is emanating. So Krishna is the Parabrahman. So that Brahman also emanates from Krishna. Parabrahman, the supreme spirit. So Brahman is impersonal and Parabrahman is personal. So impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect. So the personal aspect of Krishna, the Brahman is situated as a effulgence within Krishna. So it emanated from Krishna. So this is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, originally, Krishna is the source of everything. He is the root. So, Bijamam Sarvabhutanam. He is telling Bijamam Sarvabhutanam. So, as the root of tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. Even this material manifestation, some people think that, okay, spiritual world Krishna is there, material world is absent. So sometimes they think only as Paramatma he is present everywhere. No. His energy is everywhere. The external energy is his only. Even we, as spirit soul, is Mahatma energy. And internal energy is in spiritual world, but it is as devotional service manifested in this material world. So everywhere Krishna's, there's no place where there's no Krishna's touch is there. No place you cannot find. That is why it is called illusion. Generally, I want to ask you a question, okay? Have you heard the word illusion anytime before you became devotee or Krishna consciousness? And what did you think what it is? Have you ever heard, any of you? Illusion, the word illusion.
Yes, ma'am.
What generally you thought about it? What is the meaning you thought?
Mostly related to magic shows. I have heard.
Very good. Very good. Perfect. Mostly
And in
related.
paintings and also like they do something with painting. It looks like something is there, but it's not there.
Yes, yes. Actually, it will seem like it's there, but it's not there. Very good. And illusion is Maya Jal. In Hindi, we use Maya. Actually, in Sanskrit, we use the word Maya, but actually they use Maya Jal for this magic show and things like that, right? So the word Maya. So magic show, typically, it's not there, but it shows as if it's there. So people, the Mayavadi people or impersonalists, they misunderstand Actually, material world is not there only. That is a confusion they have. No, it's not like that. You know why this is called Maya? We have to really understand. Very, very nice point. That why it is called, when it is called Maya. When you don't see Krishna, everywhere in everything, every single atom, Krishna is there. In everybody's heart, Krishna is there. Other than that, his effulgence or energy is conscious of everything happening in this world. In spiritual world and material world also, he is conscious of everything which is happening. He is conscious of you, your thinking process, your activity. The other person, his thought process, his activity. Even small ant, small insect, amoeba, it is moving from one point to another. Krishna is conscious of that living entity. He is supreme absolute truth. He is supreme personality of Godhead. This is imperceivable. It's not perceivable so easily. But at least informatively, we should understand that Krishna, as the root of the tree, maintains the whole tree. It's not like he saw the root of the... Don't you think the root of the tree is connected with the tree? So, everywhere touch of Krishna is there. Okay? Without not touch of Krishna. Krishna is all pervading. Okay? He's there everywhere. In some form or other. Now the question is, you are thinking at one particular place, Krishna is not there. Or we are looking around the world, we are thinking Krishna is not there. Okay? This is called Maya or illusion. Just a second, whether it's raining, my window is... So nice. Jhulan Yatra, there was no rain at all. Now it's rain. Okay. So, there is a very, very nice that seed verse of Bhagavatam, where we'll see in Bhagavatam later when you come to Bhakti Vaibhava, we'll see. So there, very nice. The first Mahavishnu, when he's talking, Sir Vishnu is talking to Krishna. Krishna is talking to Brahma. He's showing his form as Chintamani, Pragrasatma, Shukalpa, Ruksha, everything is showing. And then he's telling to Brahma that, know that I am there everywhere. Okay? And if you see anywhere absence of me, that is illusion. That is just illusion. Like, for example, you're going in hot sun in a bike in a road, okay? Ayan Mandal can answer this. And very, very hot sun in the nice, clean tar road you're going. Do you see something far away? In the road, some water kind of thing. Have you seen?
Yes.
It looks like water. Huh?
Mirage.
Mirage, yes. In 15th chapter, again, we'll see this mirage, but actually it's illusion. It is not there, right? Same way, the absence of Krishna is not there. You understand what I say? A little complex topic to understand, but you can understand easily, I think. Absence of Krishna, if you have anything, illusion or non-existing thing, it is absence of Krishna. As simple as that, there I said it. Absence of Krishna is non-existent. So what is Maya? Maya is nothing but absence of Krishna. What is Maya Jala? Absence of Krishna. So, what is the absolute truth? What is the truth? Krishna is there. Krishna is conscious of you. Krishna is existing in every atom and everybody's heart. Krishna is the supreme controller. Krishna is the supreme proprietor. Without Krishna, nothing will operate. Even a small blade of grass will not move without Krishna. Of course, he is served by his energies. So, where does this energy come from? Krishna. Where does the material world comes from? Krishna. Where does the spiritual world manifested from? Krishna. So, there is nowhere there is Krishna is missing. And anywhere we see Krishna is missing, then it is illusion. Now, kindly raise the hand if you understood this concept. Yes, Jagannath. And yes. Okay, Akarshak, Jagannath has understood. Sumedha, Abhiram. Abhiram, you have any? Okay. Jayalakshmi is still searching for any reaction you give. Jayalakshmi so gaya.
She's searching Mataji on the mobile.
Yeah, sometimes I also search. They keep changing it. Where it is very good. Yes. So this
Mataji,
is the main concept, that what is being Krishna consciousness is that knowing that there is nothing without Krishna. Krishna is there. Sometimes no, I feel very bad for the youth who become devotees. Sometimes it's very painful to hear, being a devotee who has read Srila Prabhupada books and genuinely read Srila Prabhupada books. Not like, okay, Srila Prabhupada said and say whatever they want to say. Not like that. Genuinely, if nothing we know, and if we know anything, it's from Srila Prabhupada books only, his lectures only. Like this. So they say that, oh, Prabhu, why you're bringing Krishna here? Explain it scientifically, Prabhu. We explain the Krishna consciousness in a scientific way. So proud youth, especially in western side of India, I see this, that they want to talk about karma or talk about the soul and the body, and they don't want to touch Krishna. See, the soul is part and parcel of Krishna. The body is the external energy of Krishna. So it's all intermingled with Krishna. There's no topic, leaving Krishna, you cannot discuss any topic which you call it spiritual. Impossible. And if you do anything like that, that is illusion. Illusion in Sanskrit is called Maya. The person who is trying to present Krishna conscious without Krishna, he is in illusion or Maya. You have to understand the so-called proud scientific youth who are proud about their academic knowledge. Because the general academic which we study from first standard till 12th standard and then in college, all those things doesn't touch Krishna. So a person who is so very well trained in this is called as a donkey. They are supposed to work in some companies where they can carry some burden for the washerman. So they want to eradicate, because they have been so much used to such an academic education where totally the subject of Krishna is missing. Then only it can be called complex formulas, sin theta, cos theta, and formulas only can be called a square root of science. They call it science. So they think when we try to explain Krishna consciousness as a science, they feel that we should not bring the topic of Krishna and somehow present Krishna conscious to a person. So in that way, they actually either fail or they create a big crowd of useless population as followers. The followers who are behind them are not genuine people, because they came not in the marketing of Krishna. They came in marketing of the presentation skill or their talking ability, cracking jokes. So this person has to jump like a clown throughout the life without touching Krishna. It becomes like a constipated presentation of Krishna consciousness. He's become so constipated, he cannot open his mouth and talk present Krishna. Actually, why? It is not that, oh, you are so fanatic, you are a devotee, so you always want about talk to Krishna. Maybe we may not tell Krishna directly, like Srila Prabhupada, sometimes when he went to abroad, he presented God. He used the word God instead of Krishna when he did some outreach preaching. That is permitted. That can be done. That is nothing wrong. If you are talking to a crowd of other religion people who are very, very sensitive, then you may not be able to present the word Krishna, because they misunderstand Krishna to be Hindu God. Krishna is not Hindu God. Krishna is the God for everybody. All material and spiritual world rests upon him. But this Manigana Iva, all the universes are floating. The universes. What to speak a small group of people. But when the subject is, the crowd is sensitive crowd, then you can be careful by handling the word God. That doesn't matter. God and Krishna are interchangeable. That doesn't matter. But totally without touching God only, I will explain some science. then go to school or college, take a teacher's training course or take a UGC certificate and become a teacher in your own so-called chemistry or physics lab, no? Physics teacher you become, no? Don't come into spirituality, don't come into selling Krishna consciousness without Krishna. How it is possible? So the root of the tree maintains the whole tree. You take the tree, okay? Don't you think the last leaf of the tree is connected with the root? The last leaf, the edge, that leaf is connected with the small twig, it is connected with this branch, and the branch is connected with the trunk, and the trunk is connected with the root. And without the root, if the root is cut, the tree is finished, dead. But even if the tree is cut, still the root will bring a new tree. So which is more important? The root is more important. The water is poured only to the root, not to the branches and twigs. So we should understand this entire material manifestation also. So here there is a very, very nice Katha Upanishad is quoted. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidatati kaman. Nityo nityanam. Nityo means permanent, eternity. And all the eternal, the topmost eternal person is Krishna. Nityo nityanam. He is a prime eternal among all eternals. See, am I eternal soul? Yes. Do I have death? No. Do I have birth? No. Do I have old age? No. Do I have disease? No. I don't have any of this. I have acquired a body which will undergo these processes. Then I will leave this body and go into death and take up another body that will undergo birth, death, old age, disease. I don't undergo. I just keep traveling from one body to another. So I am an eternal spirit soul. So is Krishna. But the difference is supremely eternal. Eternal, topmost eternal among all eternals. And second is Chetanas Chetana. Chetana means soul. Spirit, soul, or living entity. Jiva. Chetana. So the Chetanas Chetana. All the Chetanas, he is the topmost Chetana. Topmost living entity. He alone is maintaining all life. Eko bahunam yo vidatati kaman. There are many, many millions of souls are there. He is Chetana's Chetana. He is the Chetana of the Chetana. See, in this body, the body is lively because there is soul. Now, how does the soul comes to life? Because Prananath. Pranan means my life force. Who is my life force? The soul's life. Who is the soul of the soul? Jivera Jivan. Jivera Jivan. There is a Jiva. I am the Jiva. And we are so proud to say, I am not the body, I am spirit soul. And the body is moving because the soul is there. This is what I want to present, the ABCD of Krishna consciousness. This is not, where is Krishna missing here? Now, who is the soul of the soul? That is Krishna. And who is the soul of Krishna? No, he is the origin. He is the origin. Anadir Adi Govinda. Anadi. There is no Adi for him. We have Adi. So, but this one single person, he maintains this entire material, spiritual, internal, external, marginal potencies, his expansions, his incarnation. Every single thing is managed by only one single person. Eko bahunam yo vidatati kaman. He's a single person. Bahunam, everybody, all the people are maintained. Ekala Ishvara Krishna, Arasabha Bridya. There is only one Ishvara, and that is Krishna. Ekala Ishvara, Krishna. Arasabha, Sabha means everybody else is Bridya. Yesterday I explained to you how even Mahavishnu is a servant of Krishna. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the house of Advaita Acharya, he started jumping and dancing. Oh, today you have come to my home. I will today catch you. There is a beautiful verse he speaks. There's a nice song he sings. In the Kirtan, he catches Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he says, my dear Lord, today you have come to my home. I will take you, I lock you up in the prison of my heart. Like you're a thief. You have been escaping all this time. But today I have caught you. I'll keep you in my heart and I'll lock you up. And I'll never let you go out hereafter. I'll see to that it happens. So this is a Baba, this is an expression of a devotee. But we think Vishnu is, if you see South India and all, the Sri Vaishnavas and all, they claim that Vishnu to be the Ishvara. But here we see that the Vishnu is a servant. Another occasion we can see that how Vishnu is a servant is when in Chaitanya Charitamrita also this pastime is there, and also elaborate in Chaitanya Bhagavat, or in Guru Maharaj's class, book, it will come. How everybody is eager, the Prabhupada disciples, and we all are eager to distribute and read Srila Prabhupada's book. Same way, every disciple should hanker. When will that day, wonderful day come? We will see that the world, every single person will dance because of that. So there is beautiful another pastime here. Advaita Acharya cooks for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day, Sita Mata and Advaita Acharya, they invite, when they visit Puri, Lord Chaitanya for lunch. Chaitanya as sannyasi, he goes to some places, devotee's house for lunch when they invite. So generally from Brahmana's house, and if there are non-Brahmanas also he goes, but the non-Brahmanas bring the prasadam from Jagannath temple. And Brahmana's family, they also bring prasadam from Jagannath temple only, and they also cook certain items. So this is the difference. That's all. But he will accept everybody's invitation. So in this way, Advaita Acharya invited him. But Advaita Acharya, that every time Advaita Acharya accumulates the ingredients and Sita Mata cooks. But that time, because Sita Mata also brings many leafy vegetables and saag from Bengal to Puri when they come for Rath Yatra, so that they can cook and offer to give to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He likes the leafy vegetables. And then, what do you say, the greens, spinach. And then the Advaita Acharya, that day he decides to cook, and he thinks, I don't want anybody else to come. I want only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come, because he's not eating properly. There are 6-7 sannyasis coming with him, and then all of them I need to share and give. But whatever I cook today, I want to give him, because that day he wanted to keep. Actually, to speak of, Lord is Mahavishnu is never a servant of anybody. It's always the master. He shows the Ishvara Bhava. He is a Purusha incarnation of the Lord. First Purusha incarnation is Mahavishnu. So he actually desired that only Lord Chaitanya. So then Indradev is the servant of Mahavishnu. Immediately served by bringing a big tufan. So all the sannyasis and others lost the way and everything. So they went to their own home or something, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu alone came. Then it was such a heavy tufan, rain and storm. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu easily reached, and then Advaita Acharya served him wholeheartedly, because he cooked personally with his own hands. So we can see that the servant, here who is the servant and who is the master? We can see the conversation between them, we can understand it very, very clearly. Advaita Acharya wanted to prove this, and he made some pastime in which Lord Chaitanya will come and beat him, and Advaita Acharya will hold the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here we can see Eko Bahunam Yovitatati Kaman is, see here, one can, he is the prime eternal among eternals, is Nitya Nityanam Chetana Chetan. And Chetana Chetanana means is the living entity. And Eko Bahunam Yovitatati Kaman means he alone is maintaining all life. One single sentence, but it has so much meaning. Everybody is maintained by him. The incarnations come out of him, the expansions come out of him, Balram comes out of him, Chaturvyuga, Sankarshana, Niruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Narayana, everybody comes out of him. Many Vishnu Murtis come out of him. Incarnations like Varaha, Vamana, that single person is maintaining all. The marginal energy, the internal energy is Radharani and spiritual world, and in marginal energy are so many unlimited millions of jivas. Eko Bahunam Yovidatati. All of us are maintained. The supreme maintainer. Krishna is the Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Nyatwamam Shanti Mruchati. Is the Bhokta. Is the enjoyer. That is one thing. Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara. So that's nobody. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. So Krishna gives also that intelligence. Krishna also says that from me comes remembrance, forgetfulness, and intelligence, knowledge. One cannot do anything without intelligence, and Krishna also says that is the root of intelligence. It's 10. Okay, let's go quickly. 7.11. Balam balavatam chaham karma raga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarshaba. Translation: I'm the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I'm sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of Bharatas. Small purport, quickly read it. I think it's a direct meaning.
The strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Similarly, sex life, according to religious principles, dharma, should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offspring Krishna conscious.
Oh my God, how can I not speak? So much to speak in this. Guru Maharaj Jai Srila Prabhupada. So, the strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. We see the entire this conversation which is happening between Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna is standing there, and there are very powerful people on the other side, like Bhishma, and Drona, and especially the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. Everybody is very, very strong people. They're all powerful. Arjuna and Panchapandavas are also strong. But what is the purpose? Why Krishna is want to make Yudhishthira into a king? Can any of you say that why does Krishna wants Yudhishthira to be king? Why he doesn't want Duryodhana to be king? Can any of you say that?
Because Yudhishthira headed the set of religious peoples.
Okay. So you say that, okay. Yudhishthira abided by the religious principles. Okay, one point you have told. Anybody else?
Yudhishthir Maharaj was devotee of Lord Krishna, and Duryodhana he was envious and it was a non-devotee.
Okay. So Yudhishthira is devotee and Duryodhana is non-devotee. Okay, this is one more point. Anybody else? Okay. Now, the use and misuse of power. What is the use of power? What is the misuse of power? So even here, if you see Arjuna doesn't want to fight. For what reason? Personal reason. That Krishna is condemning it. Then the question may be, it should be for public reason or social reason, like Jayalakshmi was telling, for religious principle, he was abiding by religious principle. No, that is not, then that person, religion should protect him then. But what religious principle? Every yuga has a religious principle, no? Yuga dharma. To connect with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Second is, as Abhiram said, that's also, both of you are right, but very mild reason. That is not the reason, actually. It's something bigger. Think big. What is that? He can let the citizen, he can guide the citizens to be devotees. The overall idea is to liberate the world. The duty of the king is to march the citizens towards Krishna. At least till material liberation, minimum. That is the duty of a king. So now, when the strong people, they use their strength to, instead of protecting the weak, they are for personal aggression, personal vengeance, either run away from the war field because I'm not feeling comfortable, or fight in the war field because I want the possession, I want the kingdom, I want to enjoy the kingdom. In both cases, I is standing in the front. Even Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is a very religious person. For all that, he has his own regulations, which he oversee Krishna. Such a religious principle is still selfishness. A strong man's strength or even religious principle should be applied. Protect the weak. That is, the materialistic people are there. They have to be liberated. They have to be elevated. This is the duty of a king. Now you take this material world. So as far as Abhiram's logic, that Yudhishthira is a devotee, and Duryodhana is a non-devotee, and he is also very envious. And now, in the world, right now in the world, there are many devotees and there is a non-devotee, right? Non-devotees are the kings, right? Devotees are ordinary citizens, right? Then why is not Krishna enthroning them? The overall idea is to save the people. Here it is protect the weak. So the people in this world have to be saved. It may happen in the garb of a king or in a citizen. They said that now we are in the democracy. All of us are king, right? We are voting right. We have voting right. So we are all king. Now the king is doing the duty. Krishna is so smart. He has penetrated into every citizen. And we become very responsible people, and the neighbors and friends, we are making them Krishna consciousness, and they are all taking to Krishna consciousness. This is the overall idea. Whether you do it as a king or you do it as a citizen, doesn't matter. But actually, it shouldn't be used for your personal, your intelligence, your house, your earnings. It shouldn't be used for your personal benefit or personal settling up things. Not for personal gain, either aggression or for enjoyment. It is meant for Krishna. Especially for helping the society to move towards Krishna. This is the purpose of life. So similarly, even the sex life, according to religion's principle, dharma should be for the propagation of children. See, even according to dharma, some people may do perform, but it is to produce children, not otherwise. Nowadays, no, they use, they want to have sex desire, they want to execute their sex desire. Sometimes they stimulate unnecessarily. This is not required. Like, for example, you get proper hunger, you eat, your digestion system is proper, you'll get hungry sometimes, and then at that time you eat. Not that you provoke the hunger by eating some medicine and provoke hunger unnecessarily and then you eat like that. Sometimes they go into some buffet, they paid some big money, and there are so many items. And the rich man, this is Prabhupada is giving an example, that a rich man goes to a big buffet. Whether he's a rich man or not, I don't know, but he's given a lot of money to the buffet, but he's not able to eat much. So what he does, first he goes and eats as much as possible, then he goes to the bathroom and he vomits everything, and again becomes hungry, or he eats something for fast digestion, some jaljeera, something, and again he goes for eating. Like this. So the stimulation is not required. Like movie songs and other things, they stimulate the feelings unnecessarily. That shouldn't never be done. Like the Ajamila. So extra stimulation should not be there. But generally, there is a regulated way of begetting children. So, and that has to be done. Otherwise, not for otherwise. So people say that, okay, then I won't beget child. So either I will get it for lust or I won't get it. Why? You have to beget children based on religious principle. Then stay without eating also then. You are feeling hungry, then you're going and eating prasadam only. Only prasadam you eat, don't eat anything. That's what we are saying, right? Same way, this also be a prasadam you take. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offsprings Krishna conscious. So two things here is Guru Maharaj is telling that Paramahamsas are coming as children. Now Prabhupada said that Paramahamsas are coming. So the sex life according to dharma, based on that dharma is nothing but Garbhadana samskara is there. After the child is born also there are samskaras of naming ceremony and cleansing, so many. And when pregnancy, there is Pumsavana ceremony, Simantanayana ceremony. So these ceremonies has to be performed. They are all purificatory ceremonies. So that has to be done. And in the religious, in that proper way, when you beget a child, the child will be excellent, who can save the world. They will come. The responsibility of the parent then should involve them from very kaumaram, acharya pragya, from a very childhood, they have to be educated and brought up in Krishna consciousness. Educated in a practical way, not that sit in talk philosophy, no. In a practical way, small things. Like I was recommending a small Jhulan Yatra in that whatever place you people are living. Just especially the family members, the children should have an experience of what is Jhulan Yatra. They know that they can also perform, like Srila Prabhupada performed a small Rath Yatra. And later it became a big inspiration, and worldwide today we are having Rath Yatra with boldness. He went and started an extra Rath Yatra than Puri. It's a big revolution. And the Pandavas are not able to digest even today. But that has gave us such a big opening, especially for foreigners to participate. Any people in any place who cannot travel to Puri and things like that. It gave such a big opportunity. So the children should be very nicely trained in Krishna consciousness in a very practical way, in a simple and practical way. It should be like a beautiful game or like that, but without deviating. Not that make Krishna as an entertainment, coloring Krishna, and coloring Krishna. Keep quiet and color. One thing they will do for children. Not like that. Do exactly as the elders do. The Rath Yatra, the Janmashtami, the cooking for Krishna. Exactly the adult, whatever we are doing. The devotional service is not for adult, young, old, new. The chanting from beginning, chanting. Every activity should then be practiced by every living entity. Oh, it's just a child. Okay, so what? So you will only color up. Then we will tell Krishna story, and Krishna will become an entertainment cartoon for him. You watch Krishna cartoon. No, you directly involve in whatever you are doing. Make them do it in a smaller way. So we used to make like small, like take a cardboard and make it a small temple. Ask them to stick their favorite deity there, and in that chart, ask them to stick some tulsi there, and then give them small arati articles, and then they can do a small arati. In this way, you have to involve them in 9 processes of devotional service, not just entertain the children with, oh, then go there and get entertained. Krishna is for their entertainment. Krishna is a dancing doll, or what do you say, cartoon character for them, like Mickey Mouse, instead of walking Mickey. Not like that. Of course, they can know the stories from some cartoon. I'm not saying no, but full time I see sometimes when the parents really are busy with some service and all, they engage the children in only 2 things. I've seen that, which are 2 or 3 things. One is like coloring and coloring and coloring and coloring and coloring and coloring. That's all. Another is cartoons. Watch some Krishna cartoons. Watch Krishna cartoons. Watch Krishna. So of course they will know, but how authentic is that? So instead, you can make them practice this Julan Yatra, Mirdanga, Karatal. This is a direct devotional service. A child can start performing and gain the benefit of Krishna consciousness. From very beginning, Sukriti has to be given to the child. And that is the way of training them, means not just keeping Krishna as an entertainment module. Of course, the activities of Krishna is very, very beautiful. Like now there is a movie going on. Children go and watch. Of course, it has nothing to do with the Bhagavatam or Prabhupada's teachings, even though very little portion in the beginnings we went and saw here with the community. And in the beginning, very little portion till Varaha appears is connected with the certain portions of Bhagavatam. But after that, from any dialogue, anything, the characters, nothing has to do with Bhagavatam. But at last, that fight, the children come back and they act as if they are. And they remember, of course, the Lord. But one thing I felt is the purpose is fulfilled. What is the purpose? The Lord wanted to have a good fight. So he used Jaya Vijaya to come and have a good fight. So in that movie, only 2 things, very nice. The fight of Narsimha, fight of Varaha. That is the gave pleasure to the Lord. That is, we are seeing how a good fight happens there. Otherwise, philosophically, there is nothing much. It was just like an entertainment. But we cannot put our children fully into it. We should show them what is real also. So little bit, that's like pickle. You can touch that coloring or this and that. But generally, you should bring them into the original Krishna conscious activities. Gradually train. It's not seriously only you'll train. You can give them a small altar in there next to their study table. And every day they will do a small arati before going to school or something like that, or after coming from school. They wash their hands and legs and they show dhupatis. In this way, you can just train them in real devotional service. But generally, the Bengali children, most of them are trained very well like that. Because the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have seen the 5-7 generations before. 500 years before, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was their neighborhood. Nityananda Prabhu was there in every place in Bengal. They have seen the absolute truth, the ancestors. That is there in the blood. If you say, oh, only Bengali are saying, yes, it is true. You have to digest it. What to say? Prabhupada is also saying in some places how they are very attached. Okay. Tat Sat. 12, we'll see tomorrow. Any questions or comments? What is that? Let me see. Hello? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. As there are no comments or questions, we'll wind up here. Thank you very much for being around. Some people are still absent, 1 or 2. Is that Tisha and Sailesh? Okay. Let me check out. Okay. Any questions or comments? Nothing. I thought you'll have a lot of questions in this. I put up a very, looks like a contradiction, or for the general populace who are glorifying all these things which are happening. But I seriously feel that the devotees have to know things from Bhagavatam directly, from Prabhupada books. So I say Prabhupada and I do something else. That is not very good. So we know we are connected with temple, we know what is aratis, and we know what is deity worship, we know what is chanting, so we have to make our children practice this real thing. Take them to the temple, let them come to know things, and you also at home practice very nicely. You should set an example, so seeing you, they will also practice. Preach. When you preach, you need to bring people in, so you will not miss that big programs of the temple. You will make it small in your home. That will be beautiful. Spread this Krishna consciousness. Okay. Hari Bol. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Guru Maharaj ki, Jai. Let us
Jai.
offer up loving, respectful obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees who will bless us with Krishna consciousness. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha,
पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय,
Jai.
जय
की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय।
Jai.
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
Hare
बोल।
हरि
Hare.
बोल।